Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be making a video about grounding, and I'm gonna talk about what grounding is. And I really hope you guys can hear me. So I'm gonna hold it like this so that the quality is better because I'm in nature and it's all windy and all. So, in the car today earlier, I was talking to one of my friends, and they really pissed me off because they're kind of dumb and they don't understand what the patriarchy is. Okay, but that's not the point of this video. We're going to talk about that when I'm a little more educated on that topic and I can actually say what I want. But anyway, so I was really pissed at a bunch of people in my life, not only that person. And actually, earlier today, I wanted to make a video about grounding, and now I feel like it's an even more better time to make it because, you know, I feel like, okay, so the beginning of this video, I'm just going to talk about what happened, and then I'm going to get into the real topic of the video. So bear with me, okay? So that's that. And I was really pissed because they weren't understanding what I was trying to say. And then I started thinking about all the other people in my life who have similar views, and it's sort of unfair how the world is. Okay, so basically, I was pissed off as hell and I was mad. So I just came to this farmhouse we reached, and then I just came, helped my grandma a little here and there, for her to get to places. And I took my book and I came here and I just laid down on the yard because the weather is like really nice and all that. And within a few seconds, I wasn't even reading my book. I kept the page open. I was trying to read it to distract myself, but I was not able to read it because my mind was elsewhere, obviously. Then I just stopped thinking about anything because, I'm surrounded by so much beauty. And I started looking at the butterflies, they were just flying around. So I was just looking at stuff and I was instantly calmed after just a few seconds of grounding. So now let's get into the real part of the video. What is grounding? So, grounding is basically grounding. So, basically, it's when you're in bare contact with the earth. Your feet are bare without anything, like no socks, no shoes, and you're connected directly to the mud, to the soil, to the grass, anything that's related to nature, to the rocks, like on a hilly region or whatever. So, that is grounding. So basically you're in contact with the earth. So basically, as humans, obviously we all are like one with the nature, we're one with the earth. And obviously now all of us, we are sort of forced to live in the city, and we have hectic lives every single day. We wake up, we go to college, we go to work, but that's not the way that we're supposed to live. We're supposed to live a very peaceful life where we have a lot of physical labor, and where we're constantly in touch with, in tune with nature, and when we're eating foods that are from the nature, from the forest, but now our lives are not like that anymore, and it's like completely flipped. So, no wonder we are getting all these illnesses. No wonder we feel so disconnected from everything. No wonder we feel so overwhelmed, inflamed, depressed. I don't know what. But obviously, we feel stressed because of our hectic lives and all that. The point is, every day you need to find. This is not something that it's related to productivity, like, oh, exercise and get 10 abs then your life will be set. No, 10 abs. No, but anyway, basically you're supposed to be with the nature, and what you can do every day in your life to help you calm down, to help you sort of unwind, is grounding. You should literally be in touch with mother earth, basically. So I'm going to talk about a few benefits of grounding. So I'm gonna also like insert a video.
I have a simple voltmeter here. One is in the ground, the minus, and the plus I have here. And now I'm wearing shoes, sort of. Yeah, I'm not connected with the ground. I touch the red pin. Does it say? 1 or sometimes 0. And look, when I touch my feet, with my feet, the ground, what happens? Up. and hop. Think about it when you wear shoes. That's why I don't do it anymore. Cheers.
It reduces brain inflammation. So once you, like, basically when you're out in the nature, like for example, if you have any park in your area and there's a bunch of soil and you just walk barefoot on the soil for like 10 minutes, you'll see how much your brain was inflamed before because of all the bluetooth devices that we're using, because of all the electronic devices that we're using, the before and then after grounding for just a few minutes and just walking around, not even like fast walking to get skinny or anything, just walking, taking one step slowly, taking a breath and all, that makes your brain less inflamed basically. So let's talk about the benefits of grounding. Grounding improves your mood. I literally went from being so mad at everyone and the whole system and the world or whatever, and I just came here and I sat down and in like 2 minutes I just like calmed the fuck down. So it does improve your mood, and there are a bunch of studies to back this up with evidence as well. And then it reduces your cortisol level. So cortisol, whatever you call it, it's basically your stress hormone, and it reduces your stress hormone. And obviously all of you need this because we're so stressed, like whether we know it or not, we are sort of stressed. If we are automatically by default stressed if we are living in the city and going to the colleges and schools that we go to and going to work and doing, I mean, obviously you're going to be stressed if you have a schedule like that. Next, improves your sleep, raises your vibration. I'll put in a chart here. And all emotions also have vibrations. For example, anger, jealousy, they are the lowest vibrations. And then happiness, authenticity, acceptance, and all that are the highest vibrations. So grounding helps you higher your vibration, at least for a temporary good few hours. If you still aren't convinced by me, think about how your ancestors used to live. Like now we're living such remote lives, right? But think about how your ancestors used to live. They were constantly surrounded by nature. They were doing physical labor every single day, like hunting, agriculture. What is that sound? Is that a frog? See, I love nature and all, but I don't like frogs. Okay, it's fine. I'm one with the earth. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I completely lost track of what I was talking about, right? So your ancestors, in their everyday routine, they are barefoot walking on the ground. They're doing physical labor, which is good. You need to move your body. Like you don't need to exercise for 2 hours to get, so many muscles and get this physique and get the skinny waist that social media encourages. I mean, nothing against skinny waists, but like the point of exercising is not only to attain a certain body type that is pushed by a beauty standard. The point of exercising is that you're a human being and you need to sort of get your ass off to help your mood, you know like there are so many studies like how your brain is inflamed before you exercise, and after a few hours or even like half an hour of exercising, your brain is less inflamed, you feel better. Your happy hormone, what do you call that? Endorphins, I think. Endorphins, yes. Like the happy hormone that is produced after exercising. So yeah, so obviously all these things are good, and I feel like now that you know I mean, obviously, many people still do this. I'm not saying people just stopped exercising. I'm just saying that once in a while, when you feel lost, when you feel down, when you feel depressed, you should think about when was the last time I went and touched the grass. When was the last time I just went out for a walk, not because I want to lose weight or not because I want something, just to wind down. Also, the food that we eat. What do our ancestors used to eat? Obviously, they used to eat wild fruits, wild animals. They used to eat, good vegetables, I guess. And think about the food that we eat today. It's filled with sugar, it's filled with seed oils and all that shit. So think about what food you're consuming every single day. Like, if that food didn't exist a few years ago, you probably shouldn't be eating it. Like Coke, was it there from the beginning of time? Absolutely not. So don't eat it, I guess. A few animals in the zoo. I'm gonna, put all the pictures up with evidence. These animals, they were eating fruits every day, obviously, because that's sort of some animals' diet. The zookeepers, they started to notice that these animals, they were getting fat, and obviously it's fine getting fat, but they started to get obese, and they started to get like diabetes and shit. So they reduced their fruit intake. So think about what's happening to your food. Your food is being genetically modified to your liking. They're pumping fruits with sugar, they're genetically modifying it because, we obviously want it to be tastier and all that stuff. But think about the side effects that you're gonna face. At the end of the day, another thing I wanted to say is that you are a soul. So whenever you start feeling like things are getting too crazy, just remember that you are a soul experiencing life as you. Like, I'm not Padmavati, I'm a soul experiencing life as Padmavati. And she's very confusing. Yeah. That thought actually helps me sometimes, when things are getting too crazy, and then I'm like, this isn't even my life. This is my experience as a human on earth as Padmavati. I'm not Padmavati, I'm a soul. I'm just experiencing life as Padmavati. So a lot of religions also talk about this. I mean, I'm not one huge fan of religions, but it's true that you are a soul and you're experiencing this life, and it's all part of a huge experience because you're the universe experiencing yourself. That's true. And yeah, like the next time you feel, wow, that's such a cute bird. The next time you feel like you're going crazy, just go to your nearest park, go to a patch of grass, or the beach if you're lucky enough to be living near the beach. Go there and stop thinking about yourself, stop thinking about your life, and think about that bird that's walking over there. And I just smile when I look at it. Like, it's not that deep. I give the this is the worst advice I can give to anyone. It's not that deep. But I mean, that's not the point. Like, whatever shit you're going through, I get it. But take some time off just to go and sit in nature naked. I mean, not naked, like your feet naked, and look outwards instead of inwards for once. You know, feel the breeze, feel the pokey grass and the wet mud and the wind going crazy and the birds singing and the frog doing God knows what. I'm so scared a snake is gonna crawl up my ass. Touch some grass.